Welcome to the Omnic Recap. I am D, and every Sunday we look back at what happened during the past week in Overwatch. Good God, this year has been flying by so fast. This week, the month of April was kicked off, and the first day of that month is known in Western culture as April Fool's Day. The day where we go all out on pranks and try to trick our fellow man or fellow pet. Apparently, it originated in medieval times, when the New Year was still celebrated at the end of March. Well, at least here in Europe it was. And as it went back in those dark times, the celebrations actually lasted for a few days. They like to party. And yeah, they actually lasted till April 1st. But in the 1500s, there were some cities that started to change the calendar to kick off the year on January 1st. Like we do right now. And the more modern medieval folk, I don't know, knights that were on TikTok, they started calling it April Fool's Day. And a Flemish nobleman sending his servants on a foolish errand was one of the first recorded cases of an April Fool's joke. So in other words, my people invented it. Because yeah, I'm Flemish. Well, to be honest, like every single country has a different origin story, so. But anyways, a free history lesson. Now let's get back to Overwatch. Every year, on April 1st, Blizzard eagerly partakes in all of the pranking. And this year, they really outdid themselves. First off, the day before, on March 31st, the Yelling Reinhardt made its triumphant return to Overwatch. See, every time that a Reinhardt player would type something in chat, it ended up being put in caps, and the game actually added a Reinhardt voice line at the end of that. It is really hard to take any strategic suggestion, or toxic trash talking for that matter, serious when it ends with precision German engineering. So my suggestion would be add it to all characters for all time. That would fix some stuff. On the day itself, the community's favorite April Fool's prank returned, the googly eyes. All of the characters were pimped out with a big pair of googly eyes. Those instantly boost the relevance of any play of the game by at least 100%. Seeing the Wrecking Ball dramatic gopher highlight intro with those googly eyes, it is the best thing you'll ever see. But it didn't just limit it to characters. How about googly-eyed turrets, a googly-eyed Reinhardt shield, or Hanzo's googly-eyed dragons coming right at you? I seriously love that prank. And this year they also added some googly eyes to all of the payloads. I challenge you to look at the icon walled payload with the googly eye and not stay on top of it. I dare you! It is glorious. Look, if they had ended it right here, we would have been happy enough. We know, they're working on Overwatch 2, and they can only allot so much time for a silly prank that kind of started with some people canceling an old calendar. But they didn't. Later that day, a new experimental card popped up, and good God, it is one of the most magnificent, beautiful, and most fun experimental cards that we've ever seen. And I'm not the only one to think so. I asked my followers over in the Omnic post what they thought about this experimental card, and a whopping 88% of them said they liked it. 88%. Try finding any other topic where 88% of people will agree. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Just last week, they did an experimental card tournament that was played on experimental card changes that some big esport players, streamers, and content creators had picked. And while some of these changes were kind of out there, like a double turret Torbjorn, for instance, most of them were pretty normal. Now this card, wow, kind of feels like Blizzard was saying, so we give you guys a chance to come up with an experimental card. And this is the best you can do? Right. Someone hold my beer. The changes in this card are insane. A Sigma that can fly. Not just for a few seconds. No. Indefinitely. Diva's mech coming down and squashing a whole team to death. Echo's ult lasting for half a minute. Hanzo's storm arrow bouncing off walls. And me becoming a tank. A demon tank. Scary. That list just goes on and on. What was your favorite change? Let me know in the comments below. I've said before that the experimental card has slowly turned into some kind of PTR, where they do some balancing changes and the next week they just push him live. But folks, I take that back. For this one at least. We don't know what their plans are for the future. Now, like I said, a lot of people are enjoying this tremendously. And while it currently, as I'm recording this video, it is still in the game, it won't be for much longer. This is an elaborate and really fun April Fool's joke. But it could be so much more. First off, let me make it really clear that these changes are not going to end up in the game next week. Sorry, Sigma. Time to get those gnarly feet, well, not on the ground, but closer to the ground again. But what if they put a mode like this in the arcade? Total Mayhem is also a quite popular mode, but I think these kinds of quirky buffs have that same fun factor, are in the same spirit as Total Mayhem, but the games don't last for 45 minutes, for instance. They could make experimental mode a thing in the arcade, where they change the rules like once a month. They've done stuff like that before in World of Warcraft with the PvP battlegrounds, and they must be seeing all of your enthusiastic reactions, so I'm sure it's going to be a topic on one of their team meetings or team Zoom calls. Blizzard adding stuff like this on a regular level with new rules every X months will bring back players, will engage your existing players, and will stop the Overwatch is dead comments. Yeah, nah, I'm kidding. That last one is never going to stop. But the other two are definitely a thing. So let us all pray to Jeff, blessed be his name, that they find a way to add this to the arcade, and that he grows out his beard again, but that's for a different video. Oh, and for those that were wondering, of course I also did an April Fool's joke. I made a post on the Omnic post claiming that Blizzard was going to add a new type of cosmetics, haircuts. These would allow players to change the color and the hairdos of their heroes. And no, I did not make that joke because I'm bald. Well, I loved seeing all of your reactions, and some people actually wanted that feature in the game. So let's pray to Jeff, blessed be his name, that they find a way. Okay, never mind. Because for now, that was it. Give us a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, and hit that little bell icon so you get notified every time I upload a video. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and come say hi during one of my Twitch streams. All of the links are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. See you next week. Bye-bye. On the day itself, the community's favorite April Fool.